Shivai, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. This is Veronica. I'm bringing forth another message for the Divine Collective. Let's see what the energy signature has to say about today. Monday, August 25th, and we have the Sun, El Elyon, that which all life comes from, Father, Son. That Taita into. So we have this bright gas giant. It's like this bright big ball of energy. It's you. It's the sun, infinity, and Leo. Interesting. Hey, so in tropical astrology, the sun just entered Virgo, but in sidereal true sky, it just entered Leo. So with that being said, I caught it with my knees, the caduceus. Interesting. So we're looking at your body, specifically your joints. We're specifically looking at healing your knees. And I'm trying to remember which sign rules the knees. I know that Libra is the buttocks, and then you move further. Scorpio is like the genitals and the anus. Then we have Sagittarius. Is Sagittarius the one who rules the knees? I know that Capricorn rules the bones. If you know, I would love it if you put it in the comments below. Oh, this one once. Caduceus, element of fire. So that's, transformational energy. And then we have Sehiki. This card comes out like almost in every reading, I swear. Sehiki is mind, body, spirit connection. Mind, body, soul. Nice. And we have Shokure, more Reiki. Be here now. So we are centering within our soul, our solar plexus, our innermost sun. We're centering our energy into this infinite creator source. And Leo, the inner child, play, imagination. Chokure, the root chakra. So this is like big energy that's like transforming you at the core of your being. And Hermes Trismegistus carried the caduceus. On the caduceus, there are two serpents. I'm getting that it's the male and the female serpent line in Stellar Nation soul families, where it's big Melchizedek energy. And what Melchizedek is trying to say is that as our bodies evolve, at the bottom we have the sacral chakra. As our bodies evolve, I'm getting that like the actual structure of your body is changing. Like you're working on your posture in a way that allows for better energetic travel through your body. It's like you can channel the energy in a more productive way, in a way that allows you to access this element of fire in a much more conducive way. And it's almost like you're starting back at square one with the root chakra and the sacral chakra coming out at the bottom. It's like you're getting really creative with your healing journey. And then the last card in this spread is Asunda. I see Asunda as like a direct line of connection. So you have this direct line of connection with Melchizedek line, which is all about giving you the knowledge so that you can incorporate it and integrate it in your own journey. And with the sun and infinity coming out with Leo, it's almost like whoever this reading is for, it's like this stellar nation of the serpent coming in to tell you that this energy has been within you and around you forever, like lifetime after lifetime, since the beginning of light, since the beginning of the creation of light, has this energy like graced you. And maybe this is something that you haven't quite realized yet, but soon you'll be awakening up to this direct line of the serpent, this direct line of the lion-headed god, of the God Most High. Interesting. I want some astrology out here. I was looking at this astrology deck, like, it's been a while since I picked it up, but it was calling me today. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. I'm not sure when you're catching the video. It's about 9 o'clock here on the eastern side of the United States. We have here the Grand Trine blessings. I believe that there's an air trine happening right now, a grand air trine. So we have Grand Trine out with the sun. The sun is blessing you. The sun has given you a new idea on how to heal yourself through the knees, through the joints, through the bones, through the body. And I'm getting an image on like bone marrow. So like what is produced in the bone marrow, I believe that bone marrow produces either red or white blood cells, but the blood is produced inside of the bone, is what I'm getting here. So maybe you're focusing on like cleaning your blood, which is super important. And Taurus. Infinity and Taurus. Taurus keyword here on the card is I have. It's ruled by Venus. And this is coming out on top of the Infinity card. So it's like the infinite docile cow. I'm seeing how in Indian culture cows were worshipped, and how like the first cave paintings were of cows. Also understanding that the stars of the Pleiadian constellation is in Taurus, in true sky. So this is, again, Pleiadian energy, star energy. Okay, this one feels good. And Libra. Libra coming out on top of Leo. This is I balance this Leo energy. I balance the energy of always having to be first, of having to be in the spotlight. I have and I balance. You know, Libra is also ruled by Venus. So we have sister signs out here, back to back, which is interesting. And we got Uranus, sky god, on top of Caduceus. Uranus providing healing. And Jupiter providing abundance. Uranus and Jupiter coming out together. Very cool. Jupiter is on the element of fire. So Jupiter coming in to exponentially increase the amount of alchemical like processes in your body. It's like you got the assignment and you started rolling with it, and everybody loves it. Like they see your progress and they're like, yes. They become your cheerleader, and it gives you even more fuel to the fire. And it's huge catalyzation energy. It's like you start doing it and the results just come to you instantly. Ooh, Sehiki and the Grand Cross Provoker. Every time this card comes out, I see it as like the crossroads, the devil at the crossroads, right? So that's a choice point, along with Sehiki, mind, body, soul connection. So you are being presented with different choices, but you obviously know the correct one. You know, listen to your intuition. You know the right path to choose, but it doesn't come without the temptation, right? This morning I was doing a little light reading in Jeffrey Wolf Green Evolutionary Astrology book, and just a little light reading, and I flipped to a random page and I was reading about Lucifer, and Luciferian energy on the planet. And this is like a huge theme that I was speaking about today with some of my other friends, was like, I looked up asteroid Lucifer in my chart, and so did they, and we were talking about how, you know, Luciferian energy is a collective consciousness problem. You know, it's perpetuated out there, and depending on how you tackle this energy in your life with these choice points around healing yourself, it literally affects other people, because it is a collective problem. It's like a virus, right? It's a collective virus. And sure, Lucifer offers you the choice of free will. That's why he's standing here at the crossroads in this reading. Okay, Spirit, can we have some more cards, please? 3 more cards to be specific. I like this one. The element of fire again. Desire with Shoku-rei. Okay, be here now. You're sitting with your desires. You've identified them, which is honestly like half of the battle, because if you subconsciously are doing something, like if you're like mindlessly participating in some bad habit, because it's what you're used to doing, like it's a habit, it's a bad habit, and you're interesting. 5th house corresponds with Leo, corresponds with the sun. So we have like a lot of bright illumination out here on the table. And 5th house coming up with your root chakra. It's like you're redefining and reorganizing, rebalancing what your health and your wealth look like to you. And all of this insight is coming to you like a cascade. I'm seeing a waterfall. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, this top card. And Chiron, healing. Chiron, the wounded warrior with a Sunda. A direct line to healing. At the bottom we have Virgo, I analyze. And like I was just saying, it's tropical Virgo season, but it's sidereal Leo season. So something that's important to mention is that multiple truths can exist at the same time, right? You can get good information studying tropical astrology as well as sidereal astrology, and it can both be accurate in describing an energy signature. So with that being said, seeing these different overlays of energy, just like how I have one set of cards over another and how they interact with each other while I'm doing this card reading storytelling, you know, bardic inspiration, bardic knowledge that I'm providing for you. It's just so fascinating. It blows my mind. I love reading cards, and I hope that you guys enjoy these readings as well. Thanks for coming to my channel again. Yeah, here's your invitation to press the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Okay, Stardust. You're Stardust, baby. The sun, grand trine, blessings, and Stardust. So you're being blessed from your ancestors of the stars. Oh, this card feels perfect. There's 2 that came out. The past, infinity, Taurus, I have in the past. So this Luciferian energy that is challenging your connection to the most divine through your body is something that you have been wrestling with in the past. It could be a past life. It could be this life cycles over and over again. Like, for example, you could be trying to quit smoking cigarettes or something like that, right? And if you have a relapse, then yeah, you're confronting this energy from the past, and the validation card coming out after that with Leo, the divine will, Leo. Libra, I balance divine will with free will and validation. Validating that you are, in fact, striking that balance in your life by integrating the medicine at which the darkness has presented you with, you know? It's like the snake venom being used as medicine as opposed to being used as poison. So you're striking a good balance, I would say. It's like you came to a realization about the nature of addiction or the nature of something negative that you have found yourself doing over and over again. Perhaps you were beating yourself up over it even, you know, but you got creative about how you reframe whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like caduceus, Uranus, and direction, medicine wheel. You're integrating it in your medicine wheel, in the cycle. You know, wheels turn and spin, and whenever it comes back to this beginning point where you're given an option to do or do not, you're moving in the right direction is what I'm getting. You're moving in the right direction, and we have element of fire, Jupiter, abundance, and summer. Full bloom, full circle, and air. Seheki, Grand Cross Provoker, and air. Yeah, communication. Sharing of information. You're receiving this information through your actions, through your healing actions, and then we have the mountain. Fire element, desire, Shokure, and the mountain. It could feel like, you know, you're sitting with this desire. It could feel like in order to overcome it, you have to climb a mountain, right? And mountains have been considered, you know, holy land by the ancients. They would do pilgrimages up mountains in order to connect with God Most High. Or whatever God they were worshiping at the time, you know what I mean? Like, something that I had been reading a lot about was, here we go, resistance, root chakra, 5th house. You're meeting some resistance climbing this mountain, right? And yeah, like I was saying, I was doing some research about, you know, religions and how they would go to specific mountains to connect with spirits. And something that I have done in several of my other readings was talking about Baal and, you know, Baal in relation to Luciferian energy that we are, you know, coming into contact with today. First of all, you need to say, "Get behind me, Satan." And second of all, realizing that this energy is not to be feared, but instead eaten. It's like you're eating the devil and using it as fuel to catalyze you and put you into like a different dimension is what I'm getting. It's like once you, there's 2 cards here. I'm not going to take either one. Strength and adversity. Yeah. Strength and adversity. It's like it makes you stronger by accepting your own dualistic nature here on the planet, on Earth. Asunda, Chiron, healing, and Earth. And yeah, by you doing this, it heals an energy vein that runs horizontally along the planet, the collective energy field, the collective timeline that we are all running on at the same time. You're literally climbing a mountain and on your way to the top, you have a little snack, and that snack just so happens to be the devil, and you like a shaman, you take it in, your body processes it. Maybe you have a bad reaction that you need to heal from, and that healing from the poison or healing from the journey that you found yourself on is what's providing you the fuel to create something totally new on New Earth, you know? You're evolving. We're all evolving together. We're all from the stars. We are all old light from the past who has seen it all and maybe don't remember all from this lifetime because we are born to forget. But you can use your imagination. That's really what I'm getting from this, is like you're accessing more of your imaginative abilities. I want to get some Mariel Tarot. If you're interested in a private reading, feel free to check out my Buy Me a Coffee. That's in the description below. But the first card out here is the Empress. Very abundant, very beautiful, very nurturing energy. And that's coming out with Stardust, Grand Trine, Blessings, and the Sun. So this is like Mary, Queen of the Angels. It's Queen of Heaven. And then we have the Five of Swords as well, which is Eve from the Garden of Eden with these wise owls, and the birth, again, of something new, the birth that comes from the sacrifice. Motherhood is a sacrifice, right? And I love that this is coming out on top of past, Taurus, which is deeply feminine. It's Isis and Nana on planet Earth, the embodiment of Venus, the embodiment of the feminine, and the infinity symbol coming out on top of, you know, the first base line of energy here. The Empress, Five of Swords. How many cards just came out? 4. Kind of perfect. I'm going to keep them all. King of Swords, validation, Libra, and Leo. King of Swords, the suit of swords is air, it's communication. So already we have the Five of Swords, which is, you know, maybe you're receiving some sort of communication from your past experiences, from a time where you did have to sacrifice part of yourself for the greater good of, there's literally 2 babies already out on the table. For your children, for your lineage, for a family member, for your own inner self. And then we have the King of Swords, who is, you know, this strong masculine energy. It's one who is good at debating, winning arguments, getting your point across. Either way, successfully, are you able to communicate your wants, your needs, and put it all in perfect balance? It's like you're having this direct conversation with your ancestors, and they're coming in as this King of Swords energy to tell you that you're on the right path by balancing out, again, your sun and your moon. It's, what else do we have? The Five of Discs. Five of Discs. In this tarot deck, Five of Discs represents Adam and the Garden of Eden, which resides inside of his own heart. It's accessing, it's going inward and accessing this beautiful land of creation that hasn't quite been made manifest yet. You know, you're halfway there. Dream has been realized. And this comes out with caduceus, excuse me, Uranus, which is genius, direction. It's like you found the direction inside yourself and you just have to move forward. And I think it's interesting that we have the Five of Swords, which is represented by Eve, and the Five of Discs, which is Adam. Next card out, I have to cover up most of it. I'm not marking up these beautiful cards, so I'm just going to cover it up and place it face down during these readings. But this is the Ace of Cups. Angelic frequency. Archangel. I need to look up and see which angel this is. The Ace of Cups. Holding a serpent, which is interesting. I'm getting Gabriel vibes from this. But the Ace of Cups, again, is very beautiful energy. It's, you know, a new relationship, a new love. Coming out on top of the element of fire, Jupiter, abundance, and summer. So maybe over this past summer, you found something that does suit you better, and it catalyzed you into changing things up with your own energy here with the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is usually, you know, this is live fast, die young type energy. And on the card, it's depicted as this beast who holds lightning in the palm of their hand. And that's coming out on top of Sehiki, mind, body, soul connection, the Grand Cross Provoker, air element, and Knight of Wands. Yeah, this is like a good time, but not a long time. It's rapid developments. It's the Band-Aid over top of the greater wound that the Band-Aid just like won't. It's a coping mechanism. I'm getting a coping mechanism with this. Yeah, it's using external things to solve an internal problem, which can't be done. You have to solve your internal problems on the inside, right? And then we have the Seven of Swords, Raven stealing the sun, another serpent, by the way. On top of the mountain, fire element, desire, and Shoku-rei. It's like steel. It's like, so in the mythology, the raven steals the sun from Creator God and gives it to humanity. Same thing can be said about Prometheus, stealing fire from the gods and giving it to humanity to save them. And, you know, planet Uranus was almost named planet Prometheus whenever it was discovered. So jot that one down. It's interesting because, you know, Uranus is out on the table and we have caduceus as well along with him in direction. So we're moving in this direction towards the sun, towards harnessing the sun in our bodies. It's literal photosynthesis energy that I'm getting with it. It's like you're able to stand out. These two cards coming out together. It's the High Priestess, harnessing the fire, harnessing the sun. High Priestess with resistance, 5th house, creativity, and root chakra. Yeah, you're in perfect balance and you're creating the flames not only of passion and desire, but of transmutation. You're tempering yourself. You felt the resistance and said, I will temper this energy that has been hidden but now revealed. Yeah, we have, that's right, we have the sun and the moon out here. Asunda, Chiron, healing, earth, and the moon. The moon, exalted in Taurus, rules over Cancer. At the bottom we have 5 of Wands, swift action. Swift desire, moving quickly. And the will. Big will. This is like, it's the will of the divine. And you're balanced perfectly in between the will of the divine and free will. You're in the center of the crossroads. This energy could really go either way. It's very interesting. Let's see. I'm going to get more tarot. Let's do just regular old Rider-Waite. Yeah, I want to see. I kind of want to see where this energy is leading. Now I'm really curious. The Page of Wands. Interesting. Okay, Page of Wands. New action. It could also be premature action. Starting a new journey, perhaps. You know, starting a new journey. An abundant journey, a blessed journey. Holy smokes, this is like half the deck. I need to scry though. What do we got? We got 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. I usually don't take reversals, so just deal with it. 5 of Wands, excuse me. The Magician, 3 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is like a rags to riches type of story that I'm seeing, because, you know, we have 5 of Pentacles, which is 5 of Discs. Usually it's a card of poverty, and that's coming out on top of the 5 of Swords. So you are moving out of this impoverished energy. Ace of Swords with the King of Swords. King of Swords holding the Ace of Swords. That's pretty sweet. That's extremely sweet. It's giving like you have been maintaining your vehicle for a road trip, and you're preparing for this trip. You're preparing for the travel. You're preparing to balance out your journey with your desires. It's like, yes, you have things that you must do before you can go and enjoy whatever it is that you're, you know, working on, right? It takes the effort. It takes the effort and the resistance before you can move forward, but you're a magician and know exactly how to handle this energy, right? Magician, Ace of Cups, Summer, Jupiter, abundance, and the element of fire. You know, you are actively transmuting this Luciferian energy through experiencing it with a different mindset. It's like there's nothing wrong with what you're actually doing. It's you standing in your own way with your own mindset, telling you that it's naughty, 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 or something like that. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, dark horse, slow moving. I mean, we're dealing in the land of Pentacles here, which is finances and resources, earthly goods, tangible items. Knight of Pentacles, yeah, it could be slow going up this mountain. It could have taken you a long time, but Shoku-rei assures you that you are here now. You are here, you have arrived at the destination, your train is pulled into The Station, and the Eight of Pentacles, hard work, a labor of love, root chakra, 5th house, creativity. You know, you're creating something here. You're creating a beautiful life for yourself and for your children. High Priestess, balanced in between these two worlds of the spirit and the mundane, and working hard at bridging that gap. And we just need one more card from the Rider-Waite, please, Spirit. This one hops. The Hierophant. The Hierophant, you know, represented by God Most High, or this high-ranking spiritual official. It could be you. You could be becoming a high-ranking spiritual official in your community who is here to assist in healing the planet, healing Gaia, and healing our relationship to the moon, which is represented, it represents mother energy, nurturing energy. In the Tarot, the moon is something that's hidden from you. So it's like your subconscious nurturing had such a big impact on your life, and an impact on how you start new projects and just like exist in general. The Fool is a new adventure. It's a new journey. So you're healing this mother wound, the mother wound that has been imprinted on the planet. And you know, why is it that we abuse our planet so? I'm just getting a lot of energy out here that it's been taking you a long time to access this divine spark of creation within you. Like, you knew that it was there, but you just didn't get down to the very root of the situation. Like, maybe it was the tip of the iceberg that you were accessing before because you just kept working at it and working at it. And I'm seeing like this labor of love again. Like, you are your own labor of love, and you really stayed steady. You stayed the course and pushed through to the other side, and you did make it to the other side. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. And I dropped one other card, and I'm going to take it. I take everything that falls, because as above and so below. What do you need to release to achieve this prosperity? And at the bottom, a new start is coming. So yeah, this is new moon here, waning moon, new moon in Taurus. So we did just have a new moon in tropical Virgo and sidereal Leo. So that is a new start. It's a new beginning. And even though you were met with resistance, we're thinking, but today is Monday, and we're thinking back to Friday, this past Friday on the new moon. So, you know, something new over the weekend happened in your life that provided you with not only resistance, but inspiration on how to shift gears in your life, shift gears on how you nurture yourself and other people in your community, how you show up as a healer, and how you put your own creative spin on making an environment in which other people can be like in your presence and feel good and feel some type of validation. Libra and Taurus out here, Venusian signs. I have and I balance. Very interesting. I want to get one of these. This is Chakra Oracle. Chakra Wisdom Oracle, excuse me. Oh boy. I guess I'm getting 5 of these cards. We have growth, perseverance, grief, self-worth, and guilt. Yeah, and that's just it. Like, you have been growing and persevering through the darker energies that have been holding you back, like grief and guilt. You found your self-worth. This is such a cool image. Look at this, self-worth. Finding a throne in the snow. What's up with that? And guilt. Someone shackled to an ironing board and someone drinking vodka in the background of all of that. It literally says vodka on the bottle back here. Self-worth and guilt. It's letting yourself be free from guilt. Yes, you have participated in things that maybe gave you extra grief in your life. But why did it give you grief? It's because whatever you were doing was affecting the people around you. Well, you're finding a way to balance it out and be true to yourself and be true to the environment that matches your energy. It's like you're matching up with your environment finally. But, you know, there is something that you do need to release. So that's for you to meditate on and figure out. Let's get a Nature Nurture Oracle card out here. Anything else for collective? Any other guidance, spirit? Rainbow transition. Yep, you're transitioning into the next phase. You're leveling up. I associate rainbow energy with dragon energy because we have the 7 chakras in our body, right? Jeez. Yeah, we're not using the entire, we're not using half of the deck on this. I like this card. And the bear, rest. Rest. Transition and rest. Don't force it. At the bottom we have harvest. Rest and harvest. You're harvesting through resting. Yeah, you're in the in-between phase where you're reaping the things that you have sown, and soon you'll have the store for the winter, is what I'm getting with it, and self-worth. So whatever you're up to at this point in time, just know that, just know that whatever you're up to at this point in time has led you to this place for a very specific reason. And the reason is to notice your self-worth and how far you've come as you have persevered through grief and through guilt. And if you feel like you need to take a rest day as you are in this transitioning period, do it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Let yourself off the hook. Let yourself move slow. Let yourself be creative, and don't force or rush yourself, because you are working within divine timing. And I'm going to leave the reading there. Thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you have a blessed day. Om Namah Shivaya. I love you. Bye-bye.